just going
Okay.
live again. I'm just waiting for it. We're officially live. This will be part B of that video. Unfortunately, guys, we had a little bit of an issue there where the internet cut out. Keep in mind, I live on an island, and the internet here is not so amazing. I'm thinking about switching over to Elon's whole gig. But all right, so Madame, walk me through. But this time, I want you to go ahead and specify specifically. When you talk about this, I want you to specify what type of loan you're having issues with. So in this case, was this a private loan or was this a loan that was, government backed, through the government for student loans? Walk me through it.
With government loans, one portion was subsidized, the other unsubsidized. And trying to remember. So I still have to pay for the unsubsidized first portion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just been stacking up, and part of it's my fault. And I became disabled, and there was a time where I couldn't make payments, and I kept deferring it or getting forbearances.
Mm-hmm.
I went back to school. I made an attempt to get back to school.
Mm-hmm.
And I was getting a what do you call it? My tuition was paid for, so my student loans were deferred.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I didn't get to finish because that's a long story, and I couldn't even walk anymore or even go on campus. But anyway,
so real quick,
I did some paperwork.
Why was the why was the loan not fully forgiven because you're disabled? Like what was their reasoning for not allowing you to have it completely forgiven?
They kept telling me, "Oh, you got to get a letter from a doctor." I did try, and I don't know why. This was before I had other problems. They weren't willing to do the paperwork or whatnot. So I just kept getting like deferment and then making payments when I could in between, and I just fell back behind. And it's been so long, and it's not that much. I think maybe $5,000, maybe or so. But again, it's my fault because I've lost track of things. And now I get a collection letter, and I want to know like what my rights are and how easy is it for them to get into my SSDI payment.
Okay, so usually when a person is found disabled, they'll go ahead and forgive, the student loans that are associated with what you currently have on the books. You said that you did some of that and you just fell behind on other payments. Is that correct?
Yes.
And those payments were for those loans that weren't government-backed loans, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, and now why didn't you try and get those loans converted into a government loan?
They were government loans.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You mean consolidate them?
Yeah, well, you consolidate them under a government-backed program.
I didn't know. I wasn't aware. They never told me anything.
So in certain circumstances, you can go ahead and attach to a government loan. Now, but a lot of them aren't going to want to touch that if they know you're already disabled, which I'm guessing is the rollout of how this happened, right? You became disabled, then you're like, how do I get these forgiven?
Yeah, and I kept telling them, oh, just defer it. And I would get like, I guess like statements, and it'd be like, you owe $0, $0 a year at a time. And then all of a sudden, bam, we want $100. We want, and I'm like, I can't afford that.
Mm-hmm.
But I just dug myself in a hole, and wish I could have taken care of it before I got worse. I've had several back surgeries. I have a pain pump and a what do you call it? A spinal cord stimulator. Now I got arthritis. Now I got another autoimmune disease and RA and scoliosis now, and I'm just yeah, I'm not.
So what you're looking at
Anyway,
is
yeah.
non-federal backed loans, not being able to get them forgiven. What do you do now with a mass of loans that you can't repay, right? Is that, that's basically it, correct?
Yeah, if they can't agree to something I could afford to pay, I know they're not going to let me pay $50.
Mm-hmm.
I know these people.
Well, what's to stop you from sending them $50 and from them having to accept that cash? I mean, you know, and I guess what I'm getting at is this might be a good thing for the court system to go in front of a federal judge to seek that the loans be forgiven. And keep in mind, judges have the capacity to right wrongs and forgive loans, even if they're not federal loans. You know, so this might be a claim that is because, you know, remember the way it's set up for non-federal backed loans, there's a lot of really great repayment options. But if you can't do that and you get sucked into the great abyss of not being able to pay a little bit per month, then you transition over into the what do I do now, which is where you're at. And then at that point, if this is so much of a burden that you don't have the capacity to pay any amount, then the court can always step in and either reduce the amount even further based upon poverty standard, or they can forgive those loans in total. They have that within their power as well. And see TPD, discharge, stuff like that. There's a lot of options here for what you could essentially look into. It sounds like you've tried a bunch of stuff. Like, can you walk me through which programs you've already tried? Because, you know, and keep in mind the TPD discharge is usually used, you know, for federal backed, you know, loans, but it does sometimes include loans that are outside of that. So what have you tried so far?
Like I said, I know it's been so many years, and one thing that I just done, they offered me a bunch of forbearances and deferences throughout all these years, basically. And they switched my loan from different places. Started out with Sallie Mae, and then it went on to 2 different other companies, and now it's, well, last one was AES, and now it's a collection agency.
So here's a list of loan providers that have changed how they handle this. They're private student loans that do disability discharge, which is similar to the whole TPD program. So let me give you that list real quick, and let's see if yours are inside them. Citizens Bank, College Ave, Commerce Bank, Discover Student Loans, Earnest, Laurel Road, Empower, Sallie Mae, SunTrust Education Loans, Wells Fargo, and then there's other private student loan lenders who also do that. So do any of those ring a bell?
Yes, I started paying Sallie Mae at the beginning, and you said I didn't catch all of those. I mean, you could tell me a couple more. I know I can't keep you too long, but
so I'm gonna go ahead and just copy and paste this.
Okay.
Yeah, into the chat area so that you know that there are certain groups. Oop, it's way too big. Hold on, let me see if I can go ahead and shrink this down a little bit. I can't.
And this is for student loan deferment?
Yes. Let me see if I can. I'm not. Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take it in pieces because I think this is incredibly directly relevant to the issue you're having. Hold on one second. Let me go ahead and go up here. Okay, so let me grab this language. Here are the private student loans that allow for disability discharge. 1 second. I'm going to copy. I'm going to paste. Let me go over here. And here are some more details about exactly who specifically allows you to go ahead and discharge private student loans, even though they are um, private lenders. So let me grab these real quick.
Okay.
Because remember, TPD was not meant to go into the private sector, but I think obviously the banks are probably going to get tired of going after you because they have to spend a lot of money to have somebody constantly mail you, check in with you, try to obtain money from you, all that stuff. Those are groups right there who would go ahead and basically release you from those options. So have you called your local lender and said, hey, you know, now that things have changed and it's been a while, you know, and you probably haven't been working on this for 5 or 6 years, maybe even more, maybe 10 years, I would call them up and say, hey, are you one of the student loan providers that provides disability discharge, even though you're a private student loan group? And if you were Sally Mae, you probably got bought up and switched over to Citizens or Discover. That's what happened to mine. So let me ask you this. I mean, where are your student loans at right now?
They're in collections. They just got the collections.
But which company are they with?
Last week.
Yeah, but which company are you with?
I don't know off the top of my head. I have to find that.
I would do that. I mean, I'd go look that up. And keep in mind, going to collections for your situation might not be the worst thing in the world because, you know, you could, you know, essentially go into requesting a hearing before a judge and things like that and explain your claim. And the judge might go ahead and might mandate essentially a loan forgiveness due to disability discharge, you know?
Yes, I'm tired. I need to get this monkey off my back. Trellis.
Okay, let me look real quick.
Okay.
Trellis. All right, let's see. So they have trelliscompany.org. Is that correct?
I'm looking for their email.
Is it My Trellis? Let's see. Is this the Trellis company? Like they have like a little sail, like a sailboat?
No.
So,
I think. Okay, www.trelliscompany.org.
is that correct or?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so I'm on their website. It looks like this group, let's see, if nellnet determines that you're eligible for a TPD discharge, the agency will notify you that your loan or grant service obligation is discharged. The loan or grant service obligation is then placed in a post-discharge monitoring period, if there it is, for a 3-year period that begins on the date the discharge was granted. The obligation for you to repay your loan or complete your teach grant service will be reinstated if at any time during the 3-year period you receive annual earnings from employment that exceed the poverty guidelines, blah, 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 blah. It's all the same stuff. During the 3-year post-discharge monitoring period, you or your representative must promptly notify yada, yada, yada. It doesn't say whether or not, let me go to the top of this. Total permanent, okay, pharmaceutical registers, okay, you may be eligible for total. They might do it. I think you should file again with them. They wouldn't have this page. They don't specifically say through this, you know, that Trellis does this. But, and it's ironic. They literally show somebody on their webpage in a wheelchair with a high-end Rolex on the wrist, a Submariner model. So they're sending a subliminal kind of mean message there. But the point is this, and shame on them for that. I mean, come on. But the point is this: I don't know if they do that. I see a My Trellis web. Let's see what that has. That could be your payment portal stuff. Let me see what we got here real quick. Hold on, stolen resource. They do have loan discharge applications here.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna call them tomorrow.
Yeah, let us know next week what happens. You know what I mean? If they say no, get a reason why. If they say yes, then you know, I expect to be invited to the pizza party. And yeah, you know.
All right, I'll call you back and let you know if I make any progress. Well, thank you so much, Walter. You have a great night, and God bless you for all the good things that you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful night, and I can't wait to hear what happens. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye. Excellent, guys. So that's really, really good. I also see some people are sending me some text ideas, which is really good about laws. I can't wait for Space Constitution to be up because you guys have all the ideas, and we'll use my brain to try and figure out the best way to promote this to Congress to get them to push it through, and then also the best way to put leverage on them to push it through. I see some interesting stuff here on the channel chat. Let's see what's going on. Like they like to say, okay, I see a Prius was brought up. God, here we go. Let me see. I really like my Prius, by the way. And just for you guys to think like, oh, he drives a Prius, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I also drive, just so you know, a 59 Chevy short bed deluxe wraparound window. I also drive an F350 dually extended cab extended bed. So as far as the man vehicles go, I probably got you beat there. I probably do. But either way, yeah, I see what's going on here. Kev's Crazy Life Podcast. I see what's going on. Thank you for the summary. I was wondering what was going on. Anyways, so let's go through this. We've done a bunch of phone calls. We're 15 minutes away. If you want to call in, you can. What I'd like to do is... you know what, guys? Let's do this. If you guys think about the callers that we had, let's talk about real quick, and let's kind of finish up the show here with a final thought. Who do you think should win the $25 of the callers? And whichever caller was out there that wins the roll call of the most votes, make sure you reach out to me via text, email, or call, or any of that stuff, so I can shoot you a PayPal or a Cash App of the $25. That way you're good to go. Yeah, it's a 59 Apache 3100 style Chevy truck. It's blue, and then the quasi pop outs on the side. They're not fins. They're on the side of the bed of the truck are white, and then the truck is like sparkly blue. Very, very beautiful truck. Needs a little bit of work here and there and stuff like that. It's got a 350 crate with a standard transmission, and it's automatic transmission. But anyways, yeah, I mean, the Harley thing, my dad has a Harley. It's a three-wheeler. Very nice. Here we go. Hold on. So, oh no, what happened? I pressed the answer button. What happened there? Let's see. Hold on, guys. We have, and here, guys, is Cheyenne. Watch. She won't pick up now. That'll be the next thing. So,
hello.
Madame, we need to get an update on your channel and what's going on.
Wait, I gotta mute you on my computer.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yes, hello everybody. I said it in the chat. I know you love to scroll up, but I am posting a video tonight.
Good.
It is gonna be, I am a talker, in case no one knew that. Walter does.
She is, and a texter.
What did you say?
Let me put it this way. If she wrote a book, you might not make it to the end, but it would be good in the beginning, and that's all that counts.
There would be so many sequels.
Oh, yeah. It's never run out.
Yeah, no, so I recorded for 2 hours. It is a top 20 ways to improve your happiness. I had planned to separate them into 4 to 5 videos. I'm not really sure how many there are because I'm still editing it, but on the first video, I'll just put it to you this way. It is 19 minutes long, and I cover 3 ways. Hey, but I am giving you guys the best knowledge from the dome right here. So, it goes on for 20 minutes. I'm sorry.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I'm not. See, and the thing is, what's really sad, Walter, is you are great at writing something down and then just, like you don't need a script or anything.
Well, 3,000 videos later, I mean, give me a little credit here, buddy. I started out with scripts. I started out with a thingy in front of me, whatever it's called, the thing where you read from it. I still have those. I don't use them because 3,000 videos later, if I can't deliver a speech just on bullet points, then there's a problem. But Madame, go ahead.
Yeah, so no. So the first video is, yes, it is about 20 minutes long, but I went from 19 to 20. And it is covering the first 3 topics, which you'll have to tune in to see what those topics are. But yeah, it's good stuff. I recorded all 20 ways, but yeah, I'm gonna release them how Walter does. I've learned from the best over here on how to make these lists and keep you guys in suspense, because we know you guys love that. Love it.
I literally write my scripts in the tub, or basically before I go to sleep. So I would not follow.
It is true.
I would not follow my model of success, where I'm like sitting there in the bathroom going, you know what would make a great video? This is it. And I have those moments where I'm like, this would be brilliant. And those are the shittiest videos that I ever make. Like that evidence video I made where I didn't address the standards of how disability law evidence actually applies. But I just talked on ad nauseum about how evidence you could think about it. That's an example of one of those. I thought it was brilliant. Turned out to be an ice cream truck short of a few cones. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's true. Like I'll text Walter and he'll be like, I'm in the tub. And then 5 minutes later, he forwards me all the next video ideas. I'm like, he wasn't lying.
It's true. That's how I come with a bunch of these. You guys have to understand something too. I have very, very little like relaxation time. So for some of you guys to think I just magically go onto a yacht somewhere on a beautiful island and blah, 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 you're not entirely incorrect, because I live on an island. But the point is this: I don't have happy, relaxed time throughout the day. I'm always working. I'm going to be working after this until about 1 o'clock, and then I'm going to go to bed and wake up at 7. But I want you to understand. Yeah, thanks, Florida couple. I love you too. I want you to understand, and you need to call me, by the way. And I want you to understand. There you go. Yeah, seriously. When I go to Maine, Florida couple's right. That is where I keep my other spirit animal. That's where I come with some of the best ideas I have. But that's also a very relaxing place for me. I don't know if you guys have ever been to Maine, but if you ever want to go someplace, that is one of the most relaxing places on earth. Like their big thing is like ice cream, beer, great food, kind of mean fishermen. That's their big thing. But it's just it's so relaxing up there. I absolutely love Bar Harbor. I'm sorry I took over your moment. Go ahead.
Are you actually going to not work on this one?
No, I work everywhere I go. If I'm sitting anywhere, I'm working. If I'm standing anywhere, I'm probably
you on blast because,
there you go. I don't know what that phrase means, but go ahead.
Yeah. So, you actually last year when you went on this trip, you told me how mad at yourself you were.
Oh, I was
because
pissed.
You worked too much.
Oh, for that reason. Oh, yeah. There's that too. I was not happy.
I don't even want to ask what you thought I was going to say.
I thought we were going to talk about like the boat thing. Anyways, never mind. Go ahead. There was a thing that, By the way, guys, there's a spot up in Maine next to my parents' house where I could put a boat, in the water. And then I've been waiting years to be able to get like the call to be like, yes, you can put it there. We finally have one available to you. And he calls like April 20th. For some reason, I don't get the call. My phone does a reset thing and a re-update thing on like May 10th. And then I see the message there and I'm like, dear God, I've called him twice. I'm about to call him a third time just to bug the hell out of him. But he hasn't called me back, the harbor master. So I think I lost my spot until next year. But anyways, Cheyenne, go ahead.
I like that. So you called a third time because somebody has been ignoring you?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I do. When the harbor master ignores me about putting a boat in Maine, look, I've never gone boating in Maine other than, like those like whale watch boats. And that's not always fun because sometimes you go out and there's no whales. Like, they don't have a way to like be like, they don't have a whale whistle. You know what I mean? Although that would be a great invention, it would be highly limited to specific geographic areas. But still, the point is, like, to be fair, maybe they do it. How do they attract the whale? That's a good question. Anyway, the point is, like, you got to understand, I have a lot of fun up there. But let's talk about your happiness video. What's in it? Tell us all the secrets before it comes out. Go ahead.
Wait, what did you say? I didn't hear you. I was laughing.
Tell me about the secrets in your video before it comes out. When is it? Is it coming out tonight?
Yes.
What time is it coming out tonight?
I don't have a specific time.
Whoa! You're unprepared. Try again. When is it coming out?
Listen, I was waiting for your live to be done. All right, 10:30.
I feel like that's an okay time. I guess we could go with that. That might be too late for a lot of people.
I didn't too late. Like, you know what? I'm going to save all my lovely comments for after this live.
So I'm going to make videos, and then Cheyenne's going to make videos that talk about my videos. But here's the thing.
Or just talk about Walter. Guys, if any of you can figure out parts of my top 20 where I'm secretly speaking about someone, just let me know. No. The video is going to come out tonight. I'm hoping to have it done by 10:30. I was actually editing it while we were on live because I try to multitask a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm not actually hurt. But anyway, go ahead. We got to wrap up. It's 9:53. These people have to go watch your show.
Excuse me.
It's 19 minutes long.
Guys, I told you this guy. I told you. See, there's another.
Cheyenne's got a nightcap for you guys. It's about happiness. It's going to be a little bit of a show. There's going to be ups and downs. You're going to love it. Anyways, but seriously, though, really quick, we have to, guys, vote for who you think should win the $25. Vote who you think really deserves it. And while you're voting right now, as we slim down the moments this show has until we go ahead and pop off, Cheyenne, tell us, why should we watch your show tonight about happiness?
I believe that you should watch it because I am all about giving new perspective. I'm about bringing new perspective to people who have been through the ringer, who have been through hard times that, most of us can't understand or some of us haven't experienced. I just like to try to bring knowledge to the fact that change does not have to be scary and that there are maybe better ways at going about trying to obtain happiness than maybe the path that we've chosen, So it's just, I try to open up, people's eyes to maybe a different way to be, a different path, things that I've learned, things that I've researched, and things that I'm still learning, like none of us are perfect. And life does not have a manual. So we're just all kind of going through life learning lessons and trying to apply them in the best way that we can and go forward. And and a lot of it is not just about, improving happiness. We're going to talk about all sorts of things, but the main idea of the channel is to give people an outlet to go to, maybe to learn something new, or just to, take a break from everyday life and working so much, and and just getting away for a moment and trying to get lost in something that's fun, maybe something that you've wanted to do forever, or something that I can show you as a new outlet to have going forward to maybe relax and de-stress and things of that nature. That's what it's all about. I try to, as Walter says, my glass is always half full. Yeah,
you're always like over, like it's like the water's flowing over, like the Titanic is sinking, but you're cool. I'm always like, the glass is empty. It's been empty for a month. What am I going to do? That's how I live. You live in like happy. I live in like, like literally if I pass away at 50, you guys will know why. It's called stress, and it was self-imposed, but it felt good during the process. Yeah. So yeah.
I try to pour some of my cup into Walter's cup, and then he just tosses it over his shoulder, like, "Hey!" And so it's like, I try.
I don't waste the water that I have. Oh my God! I thought you were making a boat joke there, but then I realized you didn't. But I still appreciate the joke. So with that said, guys, I saw some notations for the $25. I saw Pinch Runner. I thought that was really good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna end this live, and then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and head over to Cheyenne's channel, and I'm gonna expect her video to magically be live. And put that pressure on her. And then basically, if it's not, I'm going to call her and bitch her out. Or I might talk to the dogs about how much I missed the video. and I want to see the video and put that on, you know. But anyway, guys, I will catch you later. You have a wonderful, wonderful night. And please check in with Cheyenne. And also, if you get a chance, check into the YouTube channel that we started. And we have a bunch of new stuff coming out in the near future. It's called Vacation Medication. It's a YouTube channel.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of really cool stuff about how to relax, how to quit smoking, how to lose weight, all that stuff. And it's basically from somebody who's certified in doing, I forget what the certification was for, but that kind of stuff. So it'll
Hypnosis.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was a hypnosis-related certification. I have to check because my dad has 2 doctorates and special certifications. I only have a master's and a doctorate and then some special certifications. So he's got me beat on the education path. So Walter III needs to up his game to get to Walter the Junior status. So we'll work on that. We'll work on that. Either way.
We get it. All the Walters are super amazing. We get it.
Well, yeah. I mean, did I ever tell you about Walter the First? I mean, that was like, you know.
Guys, but honestly, Walter's father's voice is so, I love it. He's very soothing. Like, you guys will love the channel. I love it. I love it.
We have a bunch of big videos coming out, and we actually have around 250 gigabytes worth of pre-recorded media from back in the day that I'm going to be assimilating into it. So you're going to see a lot of big changes with that, a lot of big moves, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. I want to thank Cheyenne for calling in. I want to thank all the other people for calling in. I want to thank Cheyenne for making her video directly available after this show, and I'll catch you guys later, and have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.